Levrone Formula Extreme Nitric Pump Blend, the cleanest and most powerful pre-workout mix available today. Order it now at LevroneFormula.com.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Kevin Levrone, and I want to welcome you guys to the Levrone Report. Today again, we have a guest. The man is Todd Swinney in the house. Todd's going to give us a few tips on his glute hamstring tie-in. Now, as you guys know, that Todd Swinney was NPC Maryland State judge, NPC judge. Actually, he's judged national competitions, but he's also the Maryland State chairman for the state of Maryland. So Todd has some great ideas for tightening up the hamstring glute tie-ins when you guys turn around and you have that little flab hanging down. So check it out.
Hey guys, what's up? Listen, I want to share some really cool things with you today. As Kevin mentioned, I've been an NPC judge for 24 years, national judge for 13 years. When I'm sitting at that national judges table and I'm looking at the athletes on stage, first place gets a pro card, I change your life. Second place, you go home, you train for another year. I take that very seriously. Sometimes the difference, it's not my job to find out what's right with you at the national level. It's my job to pick you apart. The glute hamstring tie-in, I'm talking bodybuilders, men and women, fitness, figure, and bikini, that is critical when you turn to the rear. So that's what we're going to work on today. I'm going to give you some tips, so just hang on.
All right, guys, this is my fourth set. We've done 3 already, and Todd's going to explain what we got right here on the Smith machine and what we're doing and why.
Right. This particular exercise, one of the best things in the world for the glute hamstring tie-in. This is a 1.5 Smith machine squat, very controlled motion. And if you watch as Kevin performs, go ahead. Come up halfway, back down. That's 1 rep.
It's 1 rep.
So for every repetition, we're really getting 2 repetitions in the lower portion of the area. Now, once you drop below parallel, that's when you're activating the glute hamstring tie-in. So that is specifically very good for the glute hamstring tie-in. This is not an exercise you want to pile the plates on for. This is something you want to do very slow, very controlled, very smooth, and specifically in the Smith machine, it works really well. You feeling that, aren't you?
Yeah.
This creates a dinosaur. It's called a megasaurus. Very
All right,
good.
that's my last set. Todd was right. You can really feel the glute hamstring tie-in. Actually, I felt it up around the hip area too.
Yeah, hip flexors, definitely.
So, all right, guys, let's check out this. That's the next exercise that Todd had for those glute hamstring tie-ins to tighten them up.
Okay, now this exercise, I call it a high leg press. Now, leg presses are a very common exercise, 45-degree leg presses. I see people piling on plate after plate after plate after plate after plate, and that's fine. However, depending on the area we want to hit, foot placement is critical. So for the glute hamstring tie-in, we're going very high and very wide, just the heels on the upper outer corners. And we're only going to work 70% of the motion. What I mean by that, we're going to descend very slowly. There you go, all the way deep and only up 70% of the way. Don't lock out. That keeps the muscle fibers firing, keeps the nerve endings firing, and we'll eventually hit that Golgi tendon reflex threshold where the muscle just shuts down. But this is great, keeping constant tension on that glute hamstring tie-in area. And again, depending on foot position, this dictates whether we hit the intermedius, the lateralis, the medialis, and this specifically, once again, is done for that glute hamstring tie-in area. Yeah, don't lock it out, Kevin. All that. Come on. Again, after 4 sets of 1.5 squats, this is the 4th set here. We drop back to a lighter weight just to burn the muscle out, and I like that.
That's what's up. As you guys can see, we really didn't need a lot of weight. My muscle fibers just firing like that. So that was my last set, 4 sets of 20. Try that out, guys. The legs will be like on fire.
Okay, our final exercise today to really hit the glute hamstring tie-in. I'm going very old school here, but it works. I mean, it just works. Just like squats, benches, and deadlifts, man, it's old school, but it works. Stiff leg deadlifts done with a T-bar. Now, the reason we're doing them with a T-bar, I want you to watch the angle between the ankle and the hip joint. We're making the hip joint the pivot point, not bending over and touching your toes, but extending the hips backwards and then squeezing forward, pulling first with the glutes and the hamstrings. Again, very effective exercise, not one you see a lot of people do. Why? Well, because it hurts. This is the best way to do stiff leg deadlifts, the most effective way to do it, and especially the most effective way to hit the glute hamstring tie-in. Come on, Kev, keep the legs locked. Squeeze out a couple more. Notice that motion down at the bottom, thrusting the hips forward. That's what it's all about.
That's it, guys. Try those exercises for the glute hamstring tie-in, and I guarantee those glutes and hamstrings will be on fire. That's what's up, guys. I'd like to say thanks to Todd Swinney for giving us some tips. I'm going to TLR, baby. Out.